It's Freshers Week,
and XTV are back.
presenting your complete A to Z guide of everything you need to know as a newbie at probably the best university in the world.
It's Tuesday,
The second day of Freshers Week.
which means we're taking you through from F to J.
I'm Laura Lawman.
And I'm Annie Trix.
And this is Freshers A to Z. So after the novelty of cheese on toast wears off, and you discover that the Domino's vouchers in your Freshers pack last for a limited time only, you'll soon realise that living on your own means you actually have to cook.
So Laura and I have set a challenge to put our own culinary skills to the test. F is for your first meal at university.
We hope you feel inspired.
So we are here today to take part in XTV's first meal challenge. So you two are going to go in and see a basic array of ingredients that students might find in their cupboards. You have 5 minutes to think of a first meal, and then you have half an hour to do that first meal, okay? I'm going to judge it on taste, creativity and presentation. You guys ready?
Ready?
On your marks, get set, go!
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Well, what do we have here? We have
Chili.
some onions.
Potato.
Super noodles, fantastic. Personal favourite of mine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's stock cubes. Some very small stock cubes.
Rice, pasta.
Your staple, fantastic.
Yeah.
Baked beans.
Foundation.
I'm fine. I've got my baked beans. That's
Perfect. Well, there's a few things I could use, a few things I'd like to use, but I don't know would work. But you know, I think there are a few things there that I've used before, so I feel like go with the things you know, maybe add in a few things you don't know, and hopefully something great will come out of it.
There are some ingredients I'm pleased are there, others I would not know what to do with at all, so I'm going to avoid those. I'm going to stick to what I know. I'm going to aim for simple but effective.
I mean, I've made this before, but not with quite the same ingredients, and I think the main struggle is going to be time management, because I need to make sure that all of the things are cooked at the right time and so that nothing goes cold. And I'm actually planning on making boiled eggs and can't for the life of me remember how long they boil for, so that could be interesting. I prefer having bacon thinly sliced. I prefer to have some bacon garnishes to put, the way I'm planning on presenting my meal, I don't just want to have slabs of bacon because I don't think that's very aesthetically pleasing, so I'm going to go for quite an artistic creation. But I'm yet to decide exactly what that's going to be, so I'm just going with the flow at the moment.
So with pasta, you're supposed to throw it against the wall, but I just normally taste it, like see if it's raw or not. Usually works.
Oh, okay, hang on. It's one of these bad boys. Wrong one. Here we go. Right, so I don't...
So with an onion, I cut it in half, then I cut it in half again, then I go like little slices, which can be quite dangerous. You have to watch your fingers at the same time. And then the onion flies everywhere, which is always fun.
Looks like it's cooking. See, I've never timed cooking bacon, but I just wait until it's got a nice crispy brown tinge. I like it quite well done because I don't like the fat when it's all when it's not really crispy. That's my preference for bacon, so I'm hoping it will be the judge's preference too.
Getting ready. Whack along.
I'm going to chuck in the tomato as well and roughly fry that as well, because they always do that in posh restaurants. You have that little tomato on the side, which is never really enough for a full meal. It's only like one tomato slice usually, but if it works for the Michelin star restaurants, it works for me.
I think I'll be fine with the pressure. I work quite well in pressurised environments, and I tend to cope with stress quite well, so I don't think there'll be many things that will faze me today. Oh God. Okay.
Should we open
Where
the
is
window?
it? Oh God, I tripped on the step again. Behind the scenes of XTV. Oh my God.
It's smelling good.
Well, that's something. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can.
I'm feeling about 7, 8 on the confidence level wise. Her tomatoes are looking a bit questionable at the moment. But
I don't disagree with that. The tomatoes might have been an error. I'm glad I'm not the one tasting them. I like runny eggs, so this really is going to be the test of time because it's a case of 30 seconds before the egg gets overboiled. So I'm feeling pretty nervous.
thing with spice, it just makes a boring meal great. You can't go wrong with spice. I mean, yeah, you can go wrong with spice. You can end up in sweats and needing to go to the toilet. But I like to take that risk, and I think adding a bit of spice, it's just always great. It's always great.
How do I do this? Okay, we're having problems. How do I know if it's okay? Is that? How do I know if it's on defrost mode? It's not lighting up. No, it's not plugged in. I'm panicking.
Compared to Lara, I was feeling very calm. I had my pasta there, and I had a little taste, and it was all going good. And you know, the sauce looked good as well. I think the fact that Lara was panicking so much made me feel like, yeah, I've got this in the bag.
2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left.
When you leave it, like on a plate, it just all goes everywhere, and like the sauce just all like blodges out. So sometimes it's nice to just compact little bowl. That's my reason, really.
My God, this is such an accurate representation of how MasterChef people feel. Like
Oh.
I see them looking stressed, and I feel that stress right now.
I'm pretty chill.
There's always one. There's always one that's just got it in the bag.
Okay. Right, it looks quite interesting. I like the way you kind of put the eggs in the middle and then around it is everything else. It's like a little swamp for the eggs.
That was the intention.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get a bit of tomato and some bacon and baked beans. That actually tastes really good. It's really crispy. I like it crispy. The tomatoes are cooked well. They're like a little bit crunch, but still soft. And I'm not usually a fan of beans, but I have a feeling it's that Branston brand. Now the most important part. Are your eggs dippy? Okay. So let's go. Oh, that's a good sign. Yep. Yeah, they are. Yes. You've done really well.
Thank you very much, Tara.
Well done. Okay, so it looks a bit bare, but it does look good, and the vegetables are nice and chopped, so I like that you put some cheese on top. Whoa, got an after kick. Jesus. Yeah. I was a bit worried because you said you put mayonnaise in, but luckily you can't taste the mayo. The one thing I would say is maybe it just needs one more element there, like it's good for vegetarian, but I like meat. So maybe a bit of bacon or some sausage really to just level it out, but you've done really well. That's good.
Thank you very much.
Good.
I think overall I'm quite pleased with how it went. I didn't always respond to pressure in the ways that I wish I had, and if I was to take something away from today, it would be to maybe respond better to the pressure in future. But overall, I'm particularly happy with the fact that I managed to get some runny eggs. The beans paid off and the bacon was crispy. So it's been a very enjoyable experience and I think I've learnt a lot.
Yeah, I mean, with pasta, it's hard to make it look, you know, really fancy or aesthetically pleasing, but I think I did my best and I stuck to kind of like the task. I made the first meal that is manageable for a new student, so yeah.
So guys, the results are in. For taste, Annie, I gave you a 3, but Lara, I gave you a 4 because those beans were fantastic. Presentation, Annie again, I gave you a 2 because it was a wee bit bland, but Lara, I gave you a 4 because your swamp theme I think was really great. But for creativity, gave you a 3 because I think breakfast, space foods, bit boring, you can do better. Annie, I gave you a 4 because the idea of putting mayonnaise in tomato sauce I've never heard of before and it was inspiring. So that means that the winner is Lara. Just thank you both for taking part in XTV's first meal challenge.
Surprised, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pretty ecstatic.
Well, I don't know. I just made the perfect first meal, I feel, and obviously that was not taken into consideration. Obviously, it's about all the fancy little bread around the side, you know.
What started off as gourmet fried breakfast dinner and what turned into glorified eggs on toast has clearly done quite well. I'm pretty pleased.
Those baked beans, you know, oh, the baked beans, oh, something special about the baked beans. Well, I hate baked beans. Again, well, actually, I don't hate baked beans, but they're just baked beans.
You know what, I will be continuing to cook because this has given me the confidence boost that I have needed, and I'm just going to cook a lot more now, get better with stress, and I'm going to produce some fantastic meals for the future, and I'll be testing them out on my housemates. I hope they look forward to that.
Well, better luck next time, Annie.
Moving on, if you haven't spotted the massive glowing G outside Devonshire House, you might not know that the letter G is actually quite a big deal for us here at Exeter University.
Because while most universities would have what they call a student union, here we have the Guild.
But what's the Guild, we hear you cry?
Roll VT.
Hi, we're standing outside of Devonshire House at the moment where the Student Guild is based, and we're going to take a step inside right now and explain what the SABs do and how they relate to the Guild and what the Guild is. Great.
Okay, so I'm Becca Hanley, I'm the Vice President Activities of the Guild. I'm the lead on all things societies, fundraising, volunteering, the democratic procedures for the Guild, as well as employability. So there's 6 SABs this year. They're the 4 full-time officers, which is myself. We've got Shades, who's Guild President. We've got Bryony, who's VP Education, and Kat, who is VP Welfare and Diversity. And then this year we've got 2 new postgraduate officers, Caitlin, who's PGT, and Malika, who's PGR. So the Guild is your students' union, only because we were opened by a royal charter we call ourselves the Guild. It represents you in anything you want to do. So I'm more to do with all of the extracurricular activities. So there's over 230 societies that you can get involved with, volunteering, fundraising. You can run for reps, so you can either be a course rep, you can be a Guild rep, you can be societies reps, all sorts of representation. And we make change, so we also have the student ideas process. That if you are out and you see anything you want to change in the university, whether that's from like you need new hand dryers in certain toilets, you want more microwaves on this campus, or something slightly bigger, that you can put in a student idea and you can help make change at the uni. So the Guild is mainly based in DH1, which is the building we are in. There's the sabbatical office, which is right behind me. It's slightly up from the forum. It should be signposted. There's banners there at the moment, so you can try and find where it is. We also have G47, which is down at St Luke's for the St Lukies among us. And then we also have Cornwall House, which houses the Lemon Grove and the Grove Diner, which are our student club and a diner respectively. Get involved. There is a wealth of opportunities here for you, but you have to reach out and take them. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. Everybody's in the same boat as you. Go along to anything and everything you can.
With so many students here at Exeter. As you can imagine, there are a lot of halls of residence, but there are also a lot of hills.
In fact, you may have noticed we're sat on one right now.
So for H, it's a double bill.
It's halls and hills.
As many incoming fresh will know from the stress of choosing their first year accommodation, the university attempts to offer as in-depth a description of halls as possible on their website.
You are shown many videos of the curtains, the flora and fauna, the toilets, the sinks, the showers, and even the kitchen.
However, here at XTV, we feel like one vital piece of information is missing from all of this. The hills.
Frauda, Row House, St Germans and Lopez are conveniently the closest to campus. Not only saving you an extra 10 minutes in bed before that 8:30am lecture, they are only a roll away from the Lemmy, the greatest club in Exeter.
Those extra 10 minutes of sleep do, however, come at a cost, namely Forum Hill. Described by one student as my own personal hell, the sharp incline and infestation of society members handing out flyers will really make you wonder if the extra snooze is worth it. And if that wasn't enough of a workout for you, you can continue your journey right to the top of the hill to go to the gym.
But personally, we've decided we're going to have a pit stop at Pret.
And if you thought that was bad, then welcome to Berks Grange Village. Just a short 10-minute walk from the train station, here you will find a marketplace, 2 common rooms and a delightful array of washing facilities.
Although noticeably further from campus, the students here live at the foot of a hill affectionately named
Cardiac Hill.
So bad it could send you into cardiac arrest.
Of course, once you have reached the top, you are able to walk to your lectures through the beautiful gardens of Reed Hall.
But first, you need to conquer the hill one student claimed was the only reason she could still fit into her jeans. Shall we?
Oh, go on then. A little more prepared about what's to come, as arriving at your university to discover that you live on a small mountain range can be quite a nasty shock.
We would like to say it gets easier.
But it does not.
So, for those of you that are freshers, we wish you the best of luck.
And for those of you who live in Berks Grange Village, we'll pray for you.
So, on to I for introductions, which is something you'll be doing a lot of this week.
As well as making a good first impression, it is important to remember all the names of the many people you'll be introduced to.
So, as old and wise third years, we thought we'd have this name remembering thing down to a T by now, and we're sent out to show you just how it's done. Our challenge today is to go up to as many people as we can, introduce ourselves, and remember their names.
We have 2 minutes each to go around and introduce ourselves, and for every name we remember, we get 1 point. So, let the games begin. I'm Lara, what's your name?
I'm Harry.
Harry, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Annie, what's your name?
Saskia.
Hi, I'm Annie, what's your name?
Shannon.
All S's. Shafona, Saskia, Shannon.
Hi, I'm Lara, what's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy, nice to meet you. And what's your name?
I'm Annabelle.
Annabelle, nice to meet you. So I've got Harry, I've got Lucy, I've got Annabelle, right.
Hi, I'm Annie, what's your name?
I like James.
Hi, I'm Annie, what's your name?
Chrissy.
Right.
Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, who am I going to ask? I don't know who to ask. It's stressful. Okay. Hi, I'm Lara, what's your name?
I'm Donna.
Nice to meet you. And what's your name?
Maria.
Maria, nice to meet you. I'm Lara. Right, so I've got Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria. Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. Hi, I'm Lara. What's your name?
Holly.
Holly, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura, nice to meet you. Okay, Laura's like Lara. I can remember that.
Hi, I'm Annie, what's your name?
I'm Tara.
Oh my god, how am I going to remember this? James, Tara, Saskia, Shannon.
We could go in the library. Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria. Maybe people have started studying already.
Hi, Annie, what's your name?
Hello, Hattie.
Hattie. I like that name, Hattie.
Hi, I'm Lara. What's your name?
Luke.
Luke, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Toby.
Toby, nice to meet you. I'm Lara. Right, Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria, Holly, Laura. There was a Luke, and sorry, what was your name again?
Luke.
Luke, and what was your name?
Toby.
Toby. Okay.
Molly, Hannah, Shannon, James. Oh god.
Donna, I'm just going to remember. I can't remember anymore. Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria.
Remember 2 names. Oh man.
Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria, Holly, Laura, Luke, Toby. I hope I haven't started making up names because that'll be really awkward.
I'm trying to think of the S's, but I feel like they weren't normal S names.
Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria, Holly, Laura, Luke, and Toby. Yeah, Luke and Toby. Classic friends. Luke and Toby, fresh friends. Best friends now. Fresh friends.
Definitely think I went about it wrong. I just tried to get loads of names.
That's right. I think I've got it. I think I've smashed it.
James, Molly, Hattie, Shannon. And that's how far I can remember. Maybe like Carl. Then like Sachi or something. There's a lot of S's. I can't remember. Yeah. It's really hard. This is just an accurate representation of me at Freshers Week, you know? I just wanted to, do it how I would have,
Okay. It's taken a lot of brain power, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Harry, Lucy, Annabelle, Donna, Maria, Holly, Laura, Luke, Toby.
I mean, my technique was all over the place, really. So, you probably thought about it a bit more. I could have just ran at people.
That's fair enough. I had to repeat them quite a lot. I feel like I'm going to have those names going around in my head for like the rest of the day now. It's kind of ringing in my ear, basically.
Oh, I'd say take time. Don't just charge at people and expect it to just sink in. It's gonna take time.
I'd say that actually, if you forget someone's name, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm so sorry, I've forgotten your name. I can't remember. And then they tell you again. And then if you forget it again, then that's a bit more awkward. But
yeah, I think it's socially acceptable to do that up until like a month in. And then you're like, okay, I've seen you a few times now. I probably should know your name.
Also, if it gets to that point where you have introduced yourself about 5 times to the same person, ask someone else. Don't ask them again because they might start getting personally offended.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah.
When we thought about what to do for Jay, there are a lot of options.
Jokes?
Jaeger bombs.
Jogging, if you're athletically inclined.
But when we really thought about it, we realised there's only one J around here.
And that's JK. JK Rowling.
One of the main things you will hear when you arrive in Exeter as a fresher is that J.K. Rowling, global phenomenon and game changer in literature, also attended the university. It is thought that she has used many locations within Exeter as locations within her wizarding world. Exeter Cathedral is known to be an inspiration for the Great Hall and an inalienable part of Hogwarts. The cathedral's breathtaking architecture, especially the ceiling, was inspiration for the Great Hall, named after the Great Hall situated at the heart of Streatham campus. This small door, which is located at Cathedral Close, is thought to be one of the inspirations for the Room of Requirement, which is so small that most people, but not me, had to crouch to get through. The cobble streets in the Cathedral Yard in Exeter are known to be a source of inspiration for the streets of Hogsmeade. And here we are in Gandy Street. Tucked away off the main high street, it is home to Exeter Phoenix, plenty of independent shops and hidden gems. This is what we believe to be Rowling's inspiration for Diagon Alley. Gandy Street's latest addition is the Cauldron Inn, which is actually a Wizarding World themed bar, so any of you Harry Potter fans out there should definitely check it out. At the end of Gandy Street is Exeter's LGBTQ+ nightclub, Vaults, which resembles Gringotts, which is the bank of the wizarding world. It is unlikely that you will go through Freshers Week without coming here, the Old Firehouse, and get your hands on one of their infamous pizzas. It is popular with both students and locals alike, and it has a cosy atmosphere with over 50 different ciders. So it's no wonder that J.K. Rowling chose here for her inspiration for the Leaky Cauldron. However, some people argue that here at the Black Horse was actually where J.K. Rowling got her inspiration for the Leaky Cauldron. And here we are on Pennsylvania Road, which is one of the main roads for student housing in Exeter. It is also thought that this is where J.K. Rowling spent the last few years of her education here at the University of Exeter. They also think that this is the road where she based her inspiration for the Potter family home. The infamous stairs that lead to nowhere in Hogwarts Castle are thought to be inspired by here in the Amory building. It is known that students get confused with the amount of stairs and corridors in this building, so if you have got any lectures in this building, then very much recommend you come in about 20 minutes earlier so you don't get lost. And that is it for our Harry Potter tour. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you want to do some more digging on J.K. Rowling and the inspiration for certain locations, then it's worth checking out Ottery St Mary, Topsham and Chudley. XTV will also be releasing a documentary on the influences of Harry Potter in Exeter, which will be released at the end of term 1. That is it for us. Thank you and goodbye.
Welcome to XTV. I'm Oliver Prato and this is our 60-second Freshers News Report. On tomorrow on campus we have a Friends of Palestine Speech Social. You meet at 12 at Forum Plaza. There's also a Jiu-Jitsu workshop. You can patch up on your groundwork skill. And finally we have a Polish pub crawl social at the Ram at 7:30. Be sure you're there. And now I'll be going around interviewing societies, so follow me. Hello, I'm Oliver at XTV and this is...
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm the captain of Taekwondo this year.
Okay, Tom, so what does your club do and what kind of events do you have this week?
So Taekwondo is a Korean martial art that's great for fitness and self-defense, and we do lots of kicking and punching and striking.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thank you. That's brilliant. So what about your famous socials, which often have fancy dress, and people who like to dress up in fancy dress, like myself, like to do? Can you tell me about those?
Well, tomorrow we've got our first social. We've got our generation social. So all fresh comers babies, all second years as school children, all third years as grannies and grandpas, and all fourth years as zombies, or kind of dead people. So it should be a good laugh.
Hello, I'm with XTV here now. I'm Oliver with, is it?
Phoebe.
Of the Sailing Club. We're here with Topper too. My Topper, that's why he's got a top hat. And thank you this is Oliver for XTV and thank you for listening. What's your name? Zoe. Zoe, we're with Santander. What are the benefits of going with Santander for a student account?
You get an overdraft facility.
So how much does it go up to?
2,000 in your 5th year.
2,000, okay. That's quite a lot, that is. Overdraft's very handy. Very handy, I mean. I wouldn't know though, so I obviously don't use that. I'm Oliver Prato and this is XTV. Thank you for watching.
So that's it for day 2.
But tomorrow we'll be back, and there will be kebabs,
Beverages,
and there will be jazz hands. I'm Lara Lorman,
and I'm Annie Trix.
and
this is Freshers A to Z.